I guess I should go into roll 20 or something, huh?
That would help.
Possibly.
You'll see all the bodies we murdered. There's so much.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds exciting.
Speaking of, while we wait, while we, since it has been a while, would everyone like a quick recap?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. So, you guys had followed Grim to the house and barged into the house because strange going-ons were taking place. You ran into several monsters and killed all but one and chased that one through pretty much the rest of the house, slaughtering everything that got in your path.
Yep.
After one giant battle with multiple stages, I suppose, you had one breather before you opened up the room to the boss. Well, that's not quite true. You did take a look in the other room and you saw a couple of things of note, but you didn't see any monsters, so you kind of just said that's for later times.
Yep.
Then you went to the room with the boss, had the giant boss fight, which was pretty tough, but you guys retreated a bit, regrouped, slaughtered, and
Then
slowly and mercilessly killed the thing.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Where is everyone? All I see is me and Baby Junior.
We're at another level.
Yeah, you're in another level. Yeah, so Kriana, that's kind of important. No, they beat the boss, and then
Up here? Can you
kind
see
of curb stomped.
That sounds like us.
Usually there was some debate of should we see if it has information, and
No, I see stuff.
the end decision was curb stomp.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds like something we would do. That seems oddly appropriate.
Ironically, Pearson didn't partake.
Oh,
everyone
who did the
else
curb
did.
stomping?
Jarek mostly, and then
Wow.
and then
Impressive.
Kane and Cole.
Keep the fucking out of it. I used quite my daggers and my staff quite a bit.
Wow.
Yep.
Impressive, impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when we
he-
mean curb stomp,
he
we
went
mean
for it.
Jarek actually got physical in kicking it while it was down.
Yeah, and beating it with his staff. It died
Oh, that's
painfully.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Painfully and begging for its life, so that's good.
Wait, it was sentient?
Yeah, very much so.
Fuck
Actually,
that thing.
the whole fight, it was screaming about it being its village and how dare you. And I think he even threw in a "Do you know who I am?" at one point.
Oh, that's...
That really upset Jarek. To the effect that, do you know who I am?
Fucking region.
Excuse me,
This is
bitch?
my goddamn town.
Just fucking pulled rank on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Did.
And that's about where we are. Oh no, one important thing to note: when you killed the monster, the mist. Oh, yeah, the mist they could tell was actually emanating from this demon, from this creature. So all the fog that you've been seeing actually was rolling off of this thing, and when it died, the mist didn't immediately, but it has started to dissipate. And since we kind of paused right after the death, that's about where you guys are.
Radical.
Yep.
So, with that, give me about 30 seconds to run to the washroom, and then we
I'm
can
gonna
start.
grab water. Sweet. Watch
be
as
right back.
Baby Junior just stares lifelessly at you.
Cool.
It's actually kind of creepy.
Unmoving. Unblinking.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting everything set up.
Yep.
Leveling
Well,
up
you're
and
straight, so you're good.
have to open up the chat to see how everyone is now murdering the English language. It's important. You have to keep up to date.
Yep.
I like how Baby Junior's is still his squeeze portrait.
Yeah.
how was everyone's New Year?
Good. Good. So far, so good at least.
Anybody take any self oaths?
No.
No.
Nope. Never have, never will. I'll just do what I do. Either I succeed in my goals or I don't. There's no point
That's
making...
what you do.
No, I mean...
That's what you do.
Like,
You
I
actually
believe...
do.
I believe in setting goals. I don't believe in making some resolution. Only to be disappointed when I have, a little bit of setback, right? So.
Absolutely.
Hey, Squee, welcome back.
Hi. Thank you.
Hey, Squee.
Mm.
You never got back to me about that, but what did you think of that thing that I sent you a few days ago?
Oh gosh, I have not gotten back to it. I've been very amiss. Despite being home most of the time, I have not had much free time.
Let me just.
The mid goat thing.
No. That.
No. Ah. Hang on.
Much spook, so scare.
Wow, much willies.
Barb?
Hi, Grant. Okay, we're all here.
Yes, but I will need some time to figure out exactly what that means. For now, it can be flavor text wise.
Yeah, flavor text wise. That's what I was thinking.
But I'll think about it more of it too, because if you transform a giant arm and then to...
I'm not talking about size manipulation. I'm saying like the stuff he's already been able to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay, so, okay, I'm fairly comfy. So everyone ready? Everyone good to start?
I believe
Yep.
so.
Yeah.
Fan-diddlyastic. Is there any questions of me before we get started?
No.
Nothing that would just delay more.
Okay, then I will just give one quick reminder for in case anyone, we got a level up and one incremental advance. That way, in case anyone forgot the incremental advance, you can do it while we're doing other stuff on your own. You can work on your own. But yes, so we should all be level 7. Except for me, who's level infinite.
Uh-huh.
And Baby Junior, I guess, who's level 6. Okay, so, as we left, you had killed the, not sure what you want to call it, the very disgusting, slimy demon.
Yeah.
As a quick reminder, because I know it has been some time, the room up to your north had it had a journal and a chest that you had decided to hold off till later. The doctor is around the corner, trying as best he can to avoid everything.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you guys had killed the monster, the big baddie, and you take it away.
All right. Well, after the nasty bit of murder business goes, Pearson is eager to get out of this building, but not before we check out with a little bit more frankness of that book or that journal that we found. Did we take it with us, or did we leave it on the table?
It's still on the table.
Yeah, we didn't really bother with the room that much.
Okay, so Pearson, at the very least, is going to go ahead and investigate this room on his way out.
I'm gonna go check on the doctor.
I'm gonna follow everyone else, I guess. Cole,
Okay.
where are you going?
He's going to check on the doctor at this point.
Okay, let's go.
All right. I'll handle that part first. The doctor assures you that he is fine. He's shaken, but he's physically unharmed, and simply glad that it seems at least that the danger for now has passed.
Okay. I'll simply ask for him to come with us.
Of course. And he will start following you guys.
Okay.
Right, so the room that you step into. Sorry, I gotta hit the right tab here. Is fairly sparse, except for the table up in the left corner, top left corner. On the table is a journal, and underneath the table is a fairly ornate looking chest. It's not the type of chest you might find in Lady Celine's palace, but it is a chest of some metalwork and certainly something more than you would find in the average farmer's house.
Okay. Pearson's going to take the book and close it and hand it over to Jarek. And if it is taken from his hand, he
Jarek will take it.
okay. He'll then crouch down and maybe pull out the chest a little bit, and I'd like to examine it a little bit closer. Specifically, I actually want to do for the first time, check it for traps. I've never checked it for traps before.
I think that's been like over half the campaign ago since the last time you might have looked at something for traps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I, as a GM, don't utilize them too often. Maybe I've played Baldur's Gate too much and have too many bitter memories. But by all means, sir. Doesn't mean I haven't started.
All right. So it's a skill check. So add my level and then forged on the streets.
Correct.
Okay.
And your dexterity.
Oh, my sweet dexterity, that is.
Mod,
Ooh, a
yeah.
+2. Okay. So I got 23, and I
Okay.
have some special ability that if I fail, I can reroll the skill check once.
Okay. Well, not necessary because you certainly succeeded.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, no, it has to be a natural even failure, which it wasn't, so never mind. But anyways, yes.
You find a rather crude trap, almost to Pearson, almost insultingly crude. Whoever set this trap obviously did not really know what they were doing. It's a very simple wire attached to the latch that, when opened incorrectly, would shoot out a something. You can tell what the trap is, but without opening it, you wouldn't really know what it's connected to. But it's very obvious and clear this trap is here, and it's very obvious to someone of Pearson's experience how to disarm or avoid it. It was very poorly done.
Well, I'll disarm it then, and then open up the. Assuming that I can open up the chest, I'll do so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When you open up the chest, the first thing you notice is the wire was attached to a small bag that was designed with a certain spring mechanism to shoot the powdery contents out into the supposed face of whoever opened the chest. And inside is a rather nasty poison.
Ooh, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the bag of poison.
All right. I'll get with you a little bit later on what it does if you need it.
Sure. When I use it, now I'll let you know. But right now on my character sheet, I'm just gonna put bag o poison.
And it's kind of a mix of a very poorly set trap with a rather nasty piece of cheese on it.
Jeez.
Inside the chest itself, though, is Coalhaven coins. The chest is full, almost too heavy to pick up, with Coalhaven coins. The type of coins that are commonly used by the commoners, by villagers to pay taxes. And Jarek, being not only being from Coalhaven, but considering that matters of state will have been Jarek's pastime for the past 6 months or so, it would be fairly easy for Jarek to know that mayors of villages do collect taxes. However, they generally don't have this kind of tax collection in their houses.
So he might have been skimming on the top, or he might have been extorting more from the populace than needed.
Those are safe assumptions to make. Yes.
The question is what do we do with all this coin?
Well, that seems to be obvious. In the name of Coalhaven, we will repurpose these funds to something more appropriate. Like, I think this is a suitable reward for everyone who ventured into this house to bring it into this horrid menace.
I agree. So I guess we'll take some time to count it out and distribute the wealth.
It will take time. It will also be heavy. Do you choose to do so here, or?
Perhaps, maybe not right here. Cole, could you carry it out?
Of course. And he will wander over, straddle down, and with a heave, he will try to take and pick this up.
All right. Roll me
Okay.
your level plus your strength plus Daredevil. I'm going with Daredevil in the sense that Cole would just put, those people that put everything into lifting something before really thinking about how dangerous that might be. Okay, your muscles bulge and strain at picking up the chest, which is actually several hundred pounds, but to the others, it looks effortless, as if it weighed no more than 10 or 20 pounds.
A bit heavier than my usual. I would say this is a few months' pay.
All right. Well, no need to redistribute it amongst the populace. They've already given up their taxes. Take a look at this book, and there's the money after we leave here. Anything else in here, Pearson?
Not that I can see.
Gonna have to find a way to cure this plague all the same.
Yeah, let's head out.
That's right, Royal Cock. We leave.
I don't know. You guys are glitching out on my end too, so my internet must be having a heart attack.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, we
terrible.
can hear you just fine, if that helps.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
That helps.
It'll
Yeah.
clear up.
Oh.
Okay.
It'll clear
So-
up.
So, you guys, I assume you're wishing to leave the house. Where would you like to head?
I reckon we can sit down in tavern.
Yeah, that's the only place that isn't filled with sick people or someone's home. So yeah, I agree.
And gonna have to get in contact with my military, have them sweep through and clean this place out whatever's left.
Yep.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. Whoa!
See, the
Wait,
transparency layers, they're changing.
I know
no.
this place.
No.
Like I've been here before.
Now that all of the blue and fog is gone, I...
Ah,
Just the
Wait,
fog.
no.
just
No.
like a flashback.
You notice as you walk through the town and even enter the tavern that the fog does seem to be dissipating and lifting.
Good.
And as you arrive back in the tavern, the young elf who you had spoken to earlier says, "My gosh, you guys look like you've been through a war."
Almost, not quite, but your mayor turned out to be some sort of horrible monster that seemed to have been the source of this disease, or at least was helping spread it. Is there still a bartender over at the tavern?
Yes, there is.
Okay, Pearson's gonna head over there, and he's gonna order the stiffest drink he can get because he's complaining of a headache.
And the bartender will look Pearson up and down, who is quite covered in gore, and will nod and wide-eyed but wordlessly pour him some of the strongest non-watered-down ale he has.
Hey, Pearson!
Yeah.
Do you want to make that too?
Yeah, Pearson will give a nod, and then he'll gesture with his hands for one more.
Finn grins.
The doctor comes to sit down with the others and mumbles something about needing to examine. I must examine everyone to make sure that we must find out what this was.
All right.
And he says, I understand doctor-patient privileges, of course, the need for privacy. I must insist that all of you let me check you over, but I am willing to do so alone, since such things can be private affairs.
Sounds good to me, Pearson says as he takes a very, very deep drink.
Indeed, you might want to start with those two over there, pointing at both Pearson and Finn. Well, one of the two. They were expressing a great deal of concern just the moment we arrived. Best to put their minds at ease.
Yes, indeed. I am also suffering from a bit of a headache, so perhaps it's related, perhaps not. Considering what you just went through, I would say a headache would be a fairly mild side effect, even without such dangers. Yes. Over the course of the next few hours, of course, we don't have to roleplay all of it, he would request each of you to go upstairs to one of the rooms for privacy, and he would give you a physical exam. Anyone who refuses, let me know.
Jarek is not letting this man examine him.
Pearson's fine with it as long as he can get cleaned up either during or after.
Okay. Anyone else?
Kean will be fine with it, but during the examination, the doctor will notice that most of his body is covered in small blue scales.
Okay.
And he seems to be coughing a lot, has a bit of a wheeze, and has a fever.
Okay. Your exam's going to take a little bit longer than the others. I'm going to write a couple things to people's Skypes. Because as I said, these appointments are private, and it's up to you, the player, to choose what the other players would or would not know about what you're told.
Guys, I just want you to know this is all just a ruse. Squee's gonna start writing love letters to me again. I told him like
He always does that.
Totally true.
I told him 7 times not to do it, but he just keeps on coming with every excuse. If I hear another roses are red, violets are blue poem, I'm gonna fucking slit my wrists.
So unoriginal.
Don't act.
I know.
Kriana, don't act like you know. All I do is spew hate to you.
Listen. Whoa. I hack into your Skype and I see those messages you send to Inferno, okay? And I must say, I am disgusted.
There's going to be hate spewed your way in just a moment.
Don't even pretend. You're just disgusted that you're not included, okay?
Yeah.
God.
I do have to say, I've never seen a wolf be so self-righteous before. I'm very amused.
So, if you guys, while I write some things, if you as group members would like to talk amongst yourselves or assess what to do next.
Well, we have 2 assumptions. We assume that if we kill the source of the disease, we'll stop. And if that's not the case, then we're going to need to try to find a cure to try to help as many of these people before they turn into those monstrous wretches as before, right?
Could burn the entire village.
That's a third option. I hope you don't get pissy that we don't select that option.
I think I'll be okay on that one. I don't think I'll see the need to act between sessions.
How dare they?
How dare they undermine my authority? Village. This is my damn village. I'm the fucking lord.
It's my village and I'll burn if I want to, burn if I want to.
Just wanted to highlight the road, not mention.
Okay, good. We might as well lay everything before us. You know, from ranking violent to least violent.
All right. So after about 2 hours,
Love letter.
Inferno, you should know by now that such passion cannot be written down in such little time,
Uh-huh.
or with such little talent. He would ask Jarek at the end. He'd say, "Sir, if you would come with me."
Garrick blinks. Excuse me? Like looking up from the book that he's attempted to read, only constantly distracted by the fog or coal.
We must determine if you were, well, I guess the word used for it would be infected.
Jarek lifts a brow. That's not possible.
I assure you, it is quite possible. We have been breathing this, and he kind of waves to the remnants of the
Jarek
fog.
begins to, he slowly nods along and slowly begins to unwrap the clothes and cloth around his right skeletal arm.
The doctor looks wide at it and goes, "Ah, that is fascinating. Not sure how that pertains to this current conversation, unless you are threatening to do violence with it."
No, not at all. I've already done my violence. Continuing to unwrap the arm, cracking the individual bones, propelled not by any muscle and certainly not protected by any skin or blood. Merely noting that disease is, I'm a bit beyond it.
Ah, yes. Well, normally I would agree. However, this, from what I have learned so far in the past few hours, is very unique. I will be frank. I am infected with it, and even my substantial healing arts have had no effect on it. I do not know if this would affect you or not, even if you are different.
Tell you what, Doctor, how about focusing more on yourself and the people who are actually sick around here? It takes a few hours for you to do these investigations on people, especially to be thorough. Don't want to spend time on me. That would be in order.
He goes, "I don't have to take orders from you. However,"
Oh.
he pauses. He goes, "I have been made abundantly aware of your capabilities. I hardly think I could force you into an examination if I tried.
Good.
So, I would normally insist, however, in my findings, it would seem that this disease is not infectious once it has, shall we say, latched onto a host. So, while I can't tell you whether or not you have been infected, obviously, I can at least say you are not in danger of infecting another."
Oh, all right. Because if you had said that I was, then I would have agreed to an examination. Would not want to carry anything around and get other people sick. Jarek nods.
Yes. Well, had I known that 30 seconds ago, he says, through gritted teeth.
But you didn't, and here we are, Pearson says.
He nods, and he sits down and he says, "I have never seen anything like this. Oh, I have seen symptoms like this, but as I said before, my healing arts magically are substantial, and it has no effect. The bright side, I guess if you could call it that, is that whatever this is tailors itself to the body it enters so uniquely that while it is almost impossible to drive out of the system, it also somehow makes it incompatible with another host. Meaning that, as far as I am aware, you would have to breathe this fog in order to be infected by it."
See, so it was the fog, Pearson says, spitting it out. Isn't that just fucking great? Wait a second. Before we started talking about all this, when we came in to first investigate, you said he turns to the woman, the scout, I believe she was,
Yes.
still here, and he says, "You said something about the fog rolling out from a certain direction, didn't you?"
Well, Yes, it always seemed to be thicker the further north you went.
Okay, so that's our next best bet. Is that, you know, maybe whatever is causing it, or was causing it, or is still causing it, is up north.
The
Or
doctor
maybe
will.
we'll find some sort of proof in in what we got, the book that we recovered.
The doctor will raise a hand and say that won't be necessary. Given what I saw and the sample I took from the demon, I assume it's a demon that you slew, it is quite obvious to me that that demon was the source of the fog. I don't know exactly how, but it seems as though it was designed to create this fog from within its body and spew it out. Hence why when you killed it, it has started to dissipate.
Designed by who? Pearson asks.
I imagine it'd probably be that scientist fellow who made the golems.
No,
Doesn't help us now. The fog disappearing isn't making you. He hesitates on the verge of saying norms. Better.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, there's a cold comfort, Pearson says. I was right. Glad my wife didn't come here in the get-go. She was getting pretty insistent, but well, things work out for a reason, I guess. We gotta find a cure, and quick.
Did you get?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, the doctor says, it only affects humans. But it was dangerously close to affecting Finn, which leads me to believe that it is not perfected yet.
Jarek looks over at Keen, almost with a sneer on his face.
I take you're all right over there, Stormsire.
You don't really get a reply. You just get, he has having a coughing fit right now.
Oh.
Is Keen dying? Is anyone noticing this? Did he
Jarek
get
blinks.
infected? Is it different for dragon people? Why is no one answering me? Why is
The
my
doctor says he is not infected in the way that Pearson is. I'm not sure, but his symptoms are due to something else.
Damn it! Everyone's dropping like flies.
Hey, Pearson says, I'm not dropping anytime soon. I'm not
Well, you will
giving
be
up.
if we don't figure something out.
I know. I know, so let's figure something out. I'm
Sorry.
gonna go down fighting, but I don't want to go down, period.
There is more to it than just Pearson, of course, and myself. I have seen what epidemics can do. If this... He looks at Jarek. You called him something? This person that might have designed them?
Nah, he is a demonic scientist.
If he is, as you say, imagine if demons were to send one of these beasts to every populated area, or every battlefield in which we fought them. Imagine the numbers that would drop and die.
Yeah. It'd be one hell of a weapon. Can't really fight against disease. At least not using conventional means. It's smart.
We need to find a way to stop it, and ideally, perhaps a cure for it.
Go fuck yourself, Jarek.
You know, this is
Burn
only
in my
furthering my
corpse,
goals.
you're not using it.
You know,
Silver lining.
I can't control those things, right? I
Well,
just,
they're gonna be dead. Might as well.
you know, don't have
Anyway,
to feed them.
Jesus.
These is logistics.
Fuck your logistics. Okay.
Hey, Squee.
Mm-hmm.
Keen's been waving over the barmaiden for like the last 5 minutes.
You
She's actually not getting close to you unless you get extremely insistent.
Actually, Keen, Baby Junior notices you're waving.
Oh, I got an idea. That image art of like Pearson like holding out his fingers crossed, fuck you demons, seller, logistics.
Yes.
That's great.
Wait. Just a second. I can do this. Continue on.
Bark!
Barf.
Barf!
Okay.
Keen reaches down and pets him.
Baby Junior
her.
will start nuzzling your hand and then just roll onto her back on the table, knocking everything over.
Oh god. You wouldn't happen to be able to get me a steak, would you?
Mark?
Gosh. I'm hungry.
Baby Junior's gonna run behind the counter.
Okay.
She leaps over. Squee, any food?
Not steaks, no. There's lots of vegetables.
Anything that resembles a steak?
Yes.
Okay.
A dead rat.
Okay, Baby Junior grabs it in her mouth, hops over the table counter thing again, scampers on over, and proudly drops the dead rat right in front of Keen. She sits, weighing her tail, waiting approvingly.
Keen will just pat her on the head.
Ah!
The doctor will he'll say, I have better equipment back at the Alanacy Tower. I might be able to delay the process. But unless you have further business down here, I think the sooner we get there, the better, for many reasons.
We have 2 weeks, Doc.
I might be able to extend the time, though I am unsure.
So we have 2 weeks, Doc. Pearson says,
going to have to
I hate for us to go all the way to the back to the Alanacy Forest, only need to double back someplace else. I say before we head out, we figure out exactly what we're doing beforehand.
He nods. He goes, well, as to that at least, I have the means of contacting a dragon nearby. The trip back will take only a few hours. But you are correct to say that we should learn whatever we need to from here first. And then from that, he kind of falls into a quiet thought.
Can't leave these people here unattended. They can transmogrify themselves. After this effect is fully spread, they would be a hazard to the countryside. Don't think we can take them all with us, unless the dragon is that vast. Can't cure them here.
Yeah.
The doctor would, after a while, would go, what? What? Oh, yes, the villagers. True, unfortunate. We'll have to find a way to move them to where I can treat them better. But we must also inform the armies. We must act. I don't know, I'm not a strategist, but I know that we must act.
Jarek looks up at the ceiling, gauging how easy this place is to burn down.
It is brick walls, but thatched roof.
He hasn't yet closed that option yet. Looking up at the roof, he says,
Not gonna be able to transport them easily, unless the dragon really can carry them all. Don't think the gnome can shepherd them all back, particularly not in their condition. Don't know how many villagers are still here in their homes.
The scout would raise her head. Not much more than a dozen, perhaps 14.
Counting the people lying on the sick beds.
Well, yes, counting them.
That would be... How big is the dragon?
Fairly big. I don't estimate their strength, but perhaps if we were to somehow gather everyone in a net or something, the doc kind of like waves his arms like he's in unfamiliar. He doesn't really know what he's saying.
Well, if the doctor approves us carrying them in such a fashion, and you are willing to swear that it is not contagious except through this fog, and that we won't be spreading this disease inadvertently should we return back to the tower, I think it's sufficient that we bring them with us.
I can say with confidence that it will not spread from them. The traits that make it almost impossible for me to clean this out of your body also makes it nearly impossible for it to affect another once it has adapted to the host.
Lovely.
It's comforting.
I'll have to send word back to the kingdom and write a letter. Jarek mumbles to himself.
Yeah.
Wondering whether he should tell his army to burn the place down.
Okay, so let's do it this way, because the group is rather quiet. So, out of character, what would you guys like to do at this point? You've got good concerns.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't really know either.
That's the problem. We don't have a whole lot of leads here, unless reading the book can give us some more details. That's that.
Yeah. Did the book give any details? Like,
You guys
what
haven't read it yet.
I don't know.
Jarek has been.
I certainly have wanted to consult it while the doctor has been busy poking
Oh,
and prodding at people.
It's a book. For
Yeah.
some reason, when you said book, it didn't click that book. I don't know why.
He's not reading Pride and Prejudice here. It's Jarek. He's going to be doing something informative.
I'm reading Tolstoy.
Toy
Toy Story?
Or was it good?
Tolstoy.
Then I will tell you what was in the book. So it's a journal kept by the mayor of the town, and the beginning of the journal starts off. I'll just give you the straight details for it. It's very clear that this mayor was rather greedy and very arrogant. He wrote in his personal journal how he had been overtaxing the citizens for quite some time, and that he had planned on eventually using this little nest egg to retire to a manor somewhere else, and how foolish the citizens were for not picking this up. Also made a comment or two about those fools in the city of Coalhaven never even bothering to check too closely their taxes.
Now, Jarek will comment on in his mind that Cullhaven is not a city, it's a kingdom, you stupid moron, and that's why you're dead.
That's why he's dead.
The first passage of note goes something like this. I was approached today by an odd little creature, slightly shorter than myself, green, with ears, perhaps some sort of goblin I'd never seen before, strangely dressed. But he spoke of power that he could give me that would match my wealth. I will continue seeing this person and see what they can do for me. It's about time someone realized how worthy I am. Then there is nothing. The next journal entry actually skips about 2 months, and it is less coherent. The passages before were fairly educated passages. The grammar was correct, the handwriting was pretty decent. This one, less so. It seems more broken, the handwriting is a bit more scratchy. Feel different. Not sure what that little creature did to me, but I'm starting to change. Can't go out in public anymore. But I feel it. I feel stronger. I feel more powerful. I like this. Who cares if I am ugly? Ugly is not important. And then there is one final journal entry. This one is almost chicken scratch. It's barely legible. And it's almost as if they were writing too hard on the page. On several occasions, the pen actually breaks through the page it's written on. Damn man. Creature, don't know what it did to me. Came to see me. Said, excellent test. I was some sort of test. Said, can be mother of more. I am not a mother. Must find him. Make him pay for what he did to me. As soon as this fog lifts, I will pay him a visit. In the city, Whitebridge, I'll go there. I'll find him. I'll make him change me again. Must stop. And then it trails off.
The mayor certainly gave us all a very evocative magical audiobook. I hope you caught all that. You even catch the cadence and his groans and struggles to speak. This is a rather useful book, all things told.
That was a very compelling read.
Hey, Jarek looks out. I think I'm gonna keep this book.
I like to think that a talented author can use words to communicate such things.
Not get carried away.
That implies talented reading.
Alright. Whitebridge. I say we go straight there. Do not... Why, I was going to use an anachronism. I won't. I say we go straight there. We have to... I don't know.
Probably a safe bet. Hey, Jarek, did you reconsider getting checked out? Now that we got a better idea at what's going on?
Excuse me?
Jarek,
looks up from the audiobook at Finn.
Well, I mean, just, you know, like stuff. I mean, he's right here. He's looking a little worse for wear. Hey, Doc, you okay, by the way? It's not important.
Jarek looks over at the doctor. How long is it going to take you to call the dragon? How long is it going to take to show up?
Oh, no more than a few minutes. Honestly, I have a spell to do so, and he is circling somewhere nearby.
Jarek looks over at Finn. That's not enough time for the doctor to check me out.
What if he does a really quick one?
Jarek, blinks and says, how much time did he spend with you, Finn?
God, how much time did the doctor spend with me?
Over half an hour.
I mean, it wasn't too. I mean, you were. It wasn't too long. I don't think. I don't remember. It was really quick.
Tell you what, Finn, we'll consider it once we get back to the tower. All right?
All right.
Besides, Pearson says, rubbing his temples, it doesn't matter. The doctor says we're not contagious. And if that's true, then I guarantee you if Grimmeth is going to be... I mean, Grimmeth. If Jarek is going to be actually sick, he'll probably feel it soon enough.
I would just like to make sure that everyone who needs to be cured is cured. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Fair enough.
Jarek points a finger over at Keen at the bar. Perhaps worry more about him. He might need some help getting onto the dragon.
Oh yeah, God, I forgot about Keen. Finn looks over and just sees Keen, who's probably like hunched over, like dying.
No, he's very, very annoyed at the bartender because the bartender is just ignoring him.
Yep, bartender is like
Standing
purposely, like obviously trying to look every direction but towards you guys.
You do realize you two are sick over there as well. You're going to have to come with us.
Well, I'm not sick. I don't even feel.
You were in the fog. You're sick.
Maybe I'm immune.
I don't take orders. I don't take orders from peasants. I'm the ruler of Cullhaven. You're coming along, or I'm burying you here.
And then the bartender goes, Martha, shush. We will do as you say, my lord.
Splendid.
Buddy, before we go,
You're talking to me?
I'm talking to the barkeep. That is still
Finn
ignoring
looks
me.
slightly disappointed.
Does the barkeep acknowledge Keen's existence?
Yes, he acknowledges Keen's existence finally.
Okay. Would you happen to have any steaks here? Beef. I just need something.
No, I'd have to slaughter one of the livestock, and that would take time.
Keen,
You have one out back?
Keen.
What? A livestock?
A cow.
Hey,
He
Keen.
suddenly looks very worried. Maybe.
How much?
How much what?
How much for the cow?
Well,
Not taking a cow with us, Kane.
Hey, okay,
Pearson
I'm
says.
sorry. Keen, why the fuck is there a dead rat on your counter?
Jarek holds up a hand like her in the group.
No, let this play out.
Finn
Yes.
gives worried glances over to Jarek.
Jarek, when did you become the ruler? I thought you were like more of like a right-hand man to the ruler.
Oh, she's 3 and she eats leaves.
She's 3 and she eats leaves.
I
She's
rest
not
my
gonna
case.
grow to be the most wise ruler. She's probably pretty stupid. We're gonna
To answer Finn, Keen will just yell from the opposite side of the inn, from the bar. That was a present from Baby Junior.
Oh, good job, BJ. Barf.
Jarek looks over at Cole.
Really, a 3-year-old cannot rule a kingdom. I have to step up. So, at the time being, the right-hand man's the actual man. That'll change.
Why aren't you entitled as the ruler yet?
Politics, I don't like it either.
Me neither. Okay, let's call this dragon. Let's.
Wait, I'm
For
still
somebody should
interested
run.
in buying a cow.
That's right. Keen is still busy.
Yeah,
This
I'm
isn't
still
a
trying
matter
to
of
haggle
hunger.
over here.
the bartender's like, maybe your friend's right. We should call the dragon. I mean, if we're really sick, like he said, we should go,
Yeah.
right?
We are really sick.
Hey, barkeep, who's gonna look after your cows when you're gone?
Bertha can look after herself. He says, like, kind of worried.
It's the cows. Sleep. It'll be fucking fine. Every minute. Listen.
Wait, does that mean the cows are infected too? I mean, hypothetically, if Keen were to eat it, he would be eating the grossness. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but it makes you kind of feel a little nauseated, a little bit.
Look at how ill Keen is. The Dragon Man needs to eat something in order to feel better. I think the Dragon Man should eat something in order to feel better. This is coming from me, and I don't even like him.
Wait, is that why Keen's sick? He's hungry? So he got a cold because he was
I
hungry.
don't know how dragons
No,
work.
no.
I love how he's starting to get something to eat. The rest of us are like, ah! Are you sick, kid? Why is there a dead rat on your table? He's like, oh my god, why? I just want some to fucking airplane.
All Pearson is gonna say is, let's resolve this quickly.
The bartender says, "Look, I don't want to slaughter Bertha just to feed one man. I have some bacon in the back. Would that work?"
Yes, that'll work. Just don't bother cooking it either. Just
Oh,
eat meat.
God, Keen!
He looks at you with even wider eyes and just nods, and then goes away.
Finn, he's a dragon man. They're different.
Jarek, there's just some principles I can't get over, and raw meat is one of them.
Jarek like extends, like his skeletal arm is still unwrapped. His hands like gesturing at Finn, like really.
Well, I mean, your skeleton isn't raw, it's just bony or something.
What
But
did I say about resolving this quickly?
The
Pearson is
bartender,
actually getting visibly upset.
the bartender comes back and puts a few strips of bacon on the counter in front of Keen. They look not fresh, not rotten, but I guess the best way to look at it is maybe a few days past the expiration date on the package.
How many is a few? Are we talking about 3?
70?
Yeah. 3 to 4.
Oh, okay.
4. We'll say 4. We'll be generous.
He will look at the bartender and just blatantly say, "Really? Really?
God's keen!
Is not enough."
Cole,
He'll just grab them all into a pile and then shove them in his mouth.
Cole, Pearson, Finn, we need to start gathering people for transportation.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's do it.
The
I'll
barkeep
find a
makes
net.
noise like his stomach's rumbling when he sees Keen do that.
Yeah. Come on, get up back behind the counter. All of
Pearson,
us.
Maybe you
outside.
should try and take it a little easier. Maybe, I don't know.
No.
Will
I go
yourself-
down. I feel fine now, just a bit of a headache. If I get sicker, I'll fight through it. Okay? Not going. I don't want to go down, but if I do, I'm gonna go down fighting.
Right,
I'm not
we
gonna
can-
be coddled like those people.
Not
He needs to
coddling you.
We
I'm
can
just
reflect upon this while we're flying back to the tower. We need to gather these people.
right. You're right.
Agreed.
Let's go.
Doc.
All right.
Doc.
It is. Yes.
Ah.
Doc.
Yes.
Who is coming to pick us up?
A dragon. I thought we had already discussed that.
He wants
Hi.
a name.
Who?
I
Are they
don't-
red? Are they blue? Are they green?
I don't know. It's a dragon. I don't typically talk to them on a daily basis.
All right.
Pearson's already out the door. He's just standing around.
Jarek's musing aloud as he's also walking out the door.
So you know the dragon's flying nearby, and you have a spell to call the dragon, but you don't know the flavor of dragon.
No, dragon.
I call
I don't
upon
think he
the
has a
dragon
spell. I
of
think he's just bullshitting us.
dragon.
Oh my God!
You lead an interesting life, Doctor. I don't understand it.
he as he follows you, he says, "I was given the orb to cast the spell and told there'd be a dragon nearby. I didn't stop to ask what color it was."
Did our little green goblin give you the orb by chance?
He raises an eyebrow with like the really.
Jarek looks back like, yeah, really.
The doctor
That's some
remains
serious
silent.
ass right there.
The doctor remains silent.
Good. Jarek begins wrapping his arm back up.
It is not too hard to gather the remaining villagers, especially when they are told that they are sick and need treatment. However, convincing them to stand together in a bunch while several large fishing nets are tied together, or at least that's what the scout suggests to do, and used to hold them, if that is how you guys choose to do this, will have a bit more pushback.
Now, I will say, as a player talking amongst other players, that someone can choose to resolve this in a diplomatic and peaceful way, which protects the integrity of the peasants. And if that is an unsatisfactory resolution, or the peasants give you any sass, then we can still choose the third option.
Gotcha. Diplomacy or burn. Great.
Not quite burning, but there will definitely be some kneeling.
All right, so everyone in a group over here. I want tallest in the back, shortest in the front. Everyone get closer together. Hey, you over there, I see you.
I don't understand why. Why are we doing this? I thought you
We-
said we were going to
Yes.
the tower.
Yes, but you know what? You are on a mission now. You
What?
are on a mission
Why are there nets? What are you tying nets together for?
It's
Time
just
is of the essence.
correct, and we need to get there as soon as possible. So we're gonna be taking it very fun and exciting, once in a lifetime way.
Um,
It's true. It is once in a
it's not-
lifetime.
Often that you get to do this, but Finn, if you would roll me a charm check.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god!
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
I don't even. Okay, so let me check what my charisma is.
You know the consequences here. We can fail forward into me killing.
Yeah, there's a lot riding onto this. Okay, so it's
Remember, if you fail, then Jared gets out the torch.
so it's
So
my
it's gonna be-
charisma and smooth talking.
And your level.
Oh, my level. Okay, right.
So 4, 2, and 7.
Jared does not take shit from sick people.